Hi, everybody. Welcome to Petra's Happy Place. How are you doing today? Well, I sound a little bit funny. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise my voice, but I have some things to talk to you about today, and I'm kind of on a time crunch, and that's kind of a good thing because I need to monitor my time before I have to go to work. So, um, just let me know. Are you drinking anything this morning? I've got in my beautiful Polish stoneware mug that I got at the Christmas market up in Carmel, Indiana. Excuse me, I got an itch. I don't know what that is. Sorry about that. Um, anyway, I love this mug, and it has become my favorite. And I try to use it every morning, so that means I have to wash it out. When I get done in the morning, I got to wash it out so it's ready for the next morning. So I've got my homemade um, vanilla latte. Yes, vanilla latte. You heard me right. Made with my Keurig Cafe that I got myself last year. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm running out of space here, but I'll lay that there. Okay, so what do I have to talk about? Well, let's see here. Let's talk about how far I've come on this one project. And it's the only project, well, I am working on a couple others, but this is the one I have been intently working on because I'd like to finish it because it's so stinking cute. Look how cute this is. This is going to be a little girl's dress, obviously. Somebody yesterday I was showing somebody, they said when I took it out of the bag, all they saw was this and they thought it was a bucket hat. Well, I guess, for an adult it might work. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's turning out so super cute. So I've got this much done. I've got two or just slightly less than two more skeins. So let's see here. So that's a finger length, and then another finger length, and then another finger length. So it should be long enough. But I also have one more skein of this light color, which is the salmon color. This is salmon, and this is coral. This is a Be So Baby yarn, but anyway, I'm using a pattern. Oh goodness, I didn't write it down. So I'm sorry. I don't know what pattern I'm using. I got it on Etsy, but I think it's super cute. Super, super cute. So let's put this away. Tell me what you think of those colors. I just think they're so pretty, and I have so much Be So Baby yarn. So I think I will be making more of those little dresses with the Be So Baby yarn. Yes. Okay, other crochet related. Let's see here. Let's see here if you can see this part. Ta-da! I got two more hooks. I couldn't help myself. It was either buy one, either they were, let's see here. What does the invoice say? No. I just got them full price. I don't know. I didn't care. They were so pretty. So let me open them up. I haven't bought Furls hooks in quite some time. Not that I need any more, but I don't have very many of these sizes. So I thought I am going to do this. Okay, so this is the I think this is the Supernova. Yes, Supernova in the K hook, which is the 6.5. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. I think I have another one of these Supernovas. I thought it was a different name, but anyway, that's the Supernova in the K. And then I also got a J hook Now, I don't have any in this. This is the J, which is a 6mm. And this is the Polaris. Oop. Isn't that pretty with the pinks and the sparkly golds in there? Yep, I like them. And I'm finding myself, because Jeannie, I love you, Jeannie. Jeannie from On the Hook, she uses larger hooks, even for like the 3-weight and the 4-weight. So I'm thinking, I know that they'll go faster, right? It'll go faster if you're using a bigger hook. So anyway, got those 2 hooks. So happy with that. Y'all keep the boxes when you buy furls? I don't. In fact, I need to buy myself another stand because I've run out of room. I have too many furls to put in 2 different stands. That's how many furls I got. Don't judge. I'm thinking I might like to just get a case, a pen case from Goulet Pens. They have pen, for fountain pens storage. They have these big cases, and I think you can store like 40. No, wait a minute. I think there's 12, 46, 48. I think you can store 48 in there. I'm pretty sure, but I just don't know because there's like an elastic strip in them, and if it will hit like in the middle, I'm hoping they don't like slip. You know what I'm saying? Because I could store these in that case. I'll have to show it to you one day. Okay, so I still have 3 winners for the Designer of the Month in February that have won patterns by Jeannie on the Hook Crochet with Jeannie. And I haven't heard from you yet. So if you haven't yet, go back and watch the last Designer of the Month in February and see if you're one of the lucky winners that hasn't reached out to me yet. I have not yet turned in the names to Jeannie, but I will as soon as I get those 3. I'm hoping to get them very soon because I don't want to put it off too much longer. Okay. Somebody stopped by my office yesterday at work. My office. Yeah, right. Like it's my office. No, it's the doctor's office, but he can have his little room in the back and I get the rest of it. Somebody stopped by. Actually, 2 persons stopped by my office yesterday. One was Kristen from Kristen Crochets, and I've had found 2 more skeins of the yarn that she really, really liked and loved the colors too. So I'm excited for her. And she wore her new cardigan that she had just finished by Evelyn and Peter. I think that's the name. And it looked so stinking cute. Oh, I've got to make myself one of those. Even though yesterday, it was a little chilly. Yeah, she needed to wear it. But it was so cute because it was gray with speckles and she had used the Heartland yarn. And now I'm thinking, okay, I need to get some more Heartland. But no, I got to tell you a story about that. Yeah, I'm looking at my yarn stash and I realize that I have a problem. And it's not that I have too much yarn, okay? Don't get me wrong. I don't have too much yarn because you never can have too much yarn. But I'm one of these people who gets paralyzed with too many choices. Do y'all have that problem? I mean, I've probably got at least 400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, at least 400 skeins, hanks of number 4, of wool and wool blend yarns. 400. And that's not really an exaggeration. That's a lot of yarn, guys. Then that doesn't even include all my acrylic, which I probably have 200 to 250 of, and my cotton, which I have 200 to 300 skeins or whatever of yarn. I have too many choices. Yes, I'm finding this out, which is very sad because, of course, I never have what I need. That is a lie, people. That is a lie we tell ourselves so that we can get some more yarn. But I am becoming painfully aware that I have purchased some beautiful yarns, and I just need to start using them and stop buying more. Now, my focus, as you guys have known for a little bit now, if you've been following me, is that my focus has been more right now on the wool and wool blend yarns. Now, I, aside from this, what I'm making here, I haven't really been using a lot of cotton yarn, although come this, fall, here the end of the month and starting into the spring, summer months, I would like to start using more of the cotton and kind of forego the wool. However, wool is a great fiber to use in the summertime. And I know you guys might not agree, but wool has properties in it that are really good for milder summer temperatures. I'm talking, like in the 70s and 80s. It's a good fiber because it wicks away the moisture from your body and it keeps your body cooler. How does that work? I'm not a chemist, not a scientist, don't understand. I just know it works. It's kind of like faith. I don't understand it completely. I don't understand how it works, but I know it does. And so I got it. Does that make sense? So anyway, yeah, I've kind of put my acrylic stash is kind of like, I'm trying to get rid of it. And Mr. Happy is not happy right now with me because he said, and I quote, "If you get that yarn, I don't want to see you giving stuff away and throwing stuff away and selling stuff and all that kind of, you keep what you got." I'm like, ain't going to happen. You can't tell me what to do with my stash. No. Especially when I'm trying to get the fibers that I really enjoy working with and getting rid of those that I don't care for as much. But I have been getting a lot of these new acrylics because they're so gorgeous, right? And Heartland is one of them. I love Heartland fiber acrylic, and I love working with it, but it's a 4-weight, and I generally don't like working with 4-weight yarn as much. There you have it. All right. So I had that person, Kristen from Kristen Crochets. She came and came by the office yesterday, and I gave her the yarn. And I had somebody else come by and give me this. Now, a little backstory. This person knows I crochet, and she actually, in her past, has crocheted. And every time she comes in, she's become a friend. She's not just a patient anymore. She's a friend. She has helped me a lot with, excuse me, when my mom was ill, and she helped me mentally and emotionally kind of like keep myself together, And I made Jeannie from On the Hook, I made her Outlander shawl. And I made it in that light green colorama. Do you remember that? And I gave it to her. Oh, and she wore it in with a white button down shirt and this. Oh, it was just so gorgeous. It looked so nice on her. And she and I had been talking about something, and she had her husband. It was a collaboration between her and her husband. And I have to show you what's in this bag. Y'all are going to flip. Okay, first of all, you guys know that I am not a Granny Square fan, right? I'm not a fan. And somebody likened it to an ex-president, that either you love it or you hate it, right? Granny Squares. You love them or you hate them. So this, I had talked to her about this, and she discussed it with her husband, and they come up with this. And my mind is blown. Now I want to do Granny Squares. No, say it isn't so, Petra. Say it isn't so. So look at this. Do you guys know what this is? For those of you that have never seen something like this before, it is called a blocking board. I'm going to redo some of this here real quick. It's a blocking board. And usually they just have like these diagonal things in it. And then you put your 4 dowels, like you can see here in the middle here. Well, I just really messed that up. I don't know what I did there. Hold on a minute. Here. Okay, like these 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you pull your square out and you put the corners over top of them, and you stack them up, and you spray them with a little bit of water, or spritz them with a little bit of water, and let them dry on this. Now, the neat thing about this is you can stack like 6 high. You can make 6 at a time. But here's the beauty of this, okay? So what she did, or what he did, was each one of these are a 1/2 inch. So like if I put this here, and here, and here, this is a certain size square. And I don't have a measuring tape, but I think this is probably going to be 3 inches. Okay. This would make a 3-inch square. Okay. So if you're wanting to block your granny squares to make them 3 inches, this is where you would put these little pegs. But let's say you needed 3.5 inches. Then you would just come over to these diagonal ones, like so. Oop. Like so. Now, this makes a 3.5-inch square. And now let's say you need a 4-inch square. You take these and go up to the second one. And this would make a 4.5. Isn't this genius? And she was crazy. She was like, oh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. And she worked together and explained to her husband exactly what I wanted. And this is a one-of-a-kind piece. And I am in love with it. Now, here's the thing, is that you can find blocking boards like this, similar to this, out there on the market right now, but they usually only have these diagonal ones, okay? And there's not as many of them. so you don't have the variety of sizes. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. So, I'm sorry, I had something caught in my throat. I think that's genius. And here's the best part of it. Everything on here was recycled. Isn't that crazy? They got these pieces of wood. It's all you can see that it's not straight. When you look at it right here, you can see it's kind of bowed. But the holes are exactly perfect. And they're deep enough for these little dowels. Now, the dowels, they're probably about, I would say about 1/4 of an inch, maybe. I don't know how many centimeters that is, but they fit perfectly. And then they polyurethaned everything so that when I wet my squares that go on top of here, nothing will happen. It won't seep into the wood and damage the wood. Genius! I love it. Now, the only thing that would make it worth more is if he signed the back. But I told her, I said, your husband can make a lot of money by selling these things. And she didn't believe me. But I'm hoping that it's something that will take root and that I can share with everybody and get him some business. And because they like doing it in their spare time. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, in the meantime, I was going to announce my next designer of the month. Now, I came by this designer. Now, she is not, as far as I know, I've not seen her on YouTube. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked. But her name is, I believe her name is Sonia. Let me see here. I think her name is Sonia. Because here's this. My aunt, who lives in Tennessee, knew her. Okay, now I had made my aunt several things to wear. And she reached out to me and said, you might like so-and-so. Well, they used to go to church together, but had since moved all the way up to Toronto. Isn't that something? And so now she's designing up there in Toronto, but is like a friend of a family member. And I thought that was so cool. So I bought a pattern, and some of you might remember, let me see here, if it's here. Yep. Some of you might remember this. It was a wrap like this. Okay, it was a wrap, but I was going to somehow, I can't do it right now because I have to, but you take and put buttons on one side and you do like this, and so it kind of drapes. You can have it drape, but it was just a pretty little wrap. Isn't that something? Yeah, like this. And you're going to take this and put buttons on. I can't see in the camera like this, but put buttons along here so you could button it if you wanted to. Isn't that something? Isn't that special? Anyway, she designed this. This was so simple, okay, but genius at the same time. I mean, it's just pretty how she puts her stitch work differently, and it's just a really neat idea. So the name of her store on Etsy is Not Yourself Out. And I'm going to put it right there. Not with a K, Not Yourself Out. And excuse me. And so this month I'm going to be featuring her and her designs because this is the time of year, and I'm trying to work with the seasons here. It doesn't always work that way, but because the seasons are like on the verge of between winter and spring, and we're still getting colder weather, but we're still having warmer weather, and we never know what it's going to do, right? I'm thinking shawls are and wraps are going to be our focus this month. And she has some beautiful I'm going to I will be putting a link to her store later on today. Okay. It won't happen that quickly, but I will be doing it. But I just want to show you some of the designs here. So you can see there's some keyhole wraps. There's some shawls. There's some more wraps. There's a pocket shawl. Yeah, see, there's one that's more lacy there, like that. But anyway, I haven't decided yet which patterns I'm actually going to do. I will be looking today, and all of her patterns look to be about $6. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to spend that much money on patterns. They'd rather have free patterns, and I get that. I get it. I know one trick somebody taught me was that if you go to Etsy and you put things in your cart, or even if you heart something, that sometimes the designer or the person that owns the shop will reach out and send you a coupon code in order to get you to buy it. Now, I don't know if that's across the board or not, but I will be picking out some of the patterns. And what I would love, you know what I would really love? If you decided to do one of her patterns, but it's not one of the ones I chose, I would love for you to let me know about that. Either email me or message me on Facebook or put it on the Facebook group page or even in the comments section here. If you're like scrolling through Etsy and you go, oh man, I got to make that one, and just make it. Don't worry about whether I'm doing it or not. We're featuring a designer, right? So I just wanted to bring this designer to your attention because like I said, the main thing that she does is shawls and wraps. I don't know if she's got a Ruana. I think I've seen a couple handbags that she's done, which are really cute. But in this transition time, that is what I think we really need right now. So that is all I've got for today. Again, I will be attempting to go back in later on today and put some links in this description box. So even if you watch the video right now, and I haven't had a chance to put those links in, come back in a little while and check those out, okay? Anyway, in the meantime, let me repeat again what the designer's Etsy page is, and it is called Not K-N-O-T Yourself Out. Not Yourself Out. Okay? All right, everybody. I have you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a couple sips of your morning coffee, tea, orange juice, whatever. And just think of me and think of this beautiful beautiful / not so beautiful weather, because we're just like getting it right now. And I know, oh, by the way, I want everybody in Texas to know that I am praying for you, That weather that you got yesterday and overnight has been crazy. It has been scary, and also Louisiana and Oklahoma. Got family in Oklahoma and Texas that I've been praying for. You guys are really going through the ringer right now, and all that weather is coming my way. But I'm praying for you guys that everybody's kept safe, and that even if some damage has been done to property or whatever, that you will keep the faith. Okay. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.